Hello and welcome. How are you? My name is Eva and I make intuitive writings for normally the zodiac signs, but again, this is a for the collective. They just come out, and some when it started to be clear that it is for the collective, and it's oh wow, I tell you. So I had to draw. I just I sit down and I close my eyes and I wait for a picture to come up, and I had to draw this huge figure. Normally the picture is like up here, not very big, but it takes on the whole sheet. As you can see, it's the divine feminine. We have the divine feminine and the divine masculine in ourselves. So if you are male and listening, it's of course it's an energy inside of you, like it is inside of me. And so huge, like it yeah, it's galactic, it's huge, a huge energy. And as a like first was this figure, and then I had to draw this, like this is like UFO, or uh, um, on your, like a head. You wear it like a head. This hugeness of this divine feminine power. And so in your divine feminine power mental space, there is like healing power that goes to the different energy centers. They will be mentioned. So this is a collective message, um, and it goes like, oh wow, is this you, your fabulous mind? Like there is a force that is alien, and yet it is totally around your head, and from there it is healing and highlighting your base, your solar, your heart, and your throat energy centers or chakras. So your base, your solar plexus, your heart, and your throat. It feels like a contract. Divine feminine, the energy of divine feminine in the collective. See, a a a healing energy for those who like to connect to it. It is such another energy than the denseness of day to day. Like, yes, it was surprising. Like platforms, it feels like you are a building with many levels, and you're what is going on, the connection to your original beingness, your real home. It was in the dark for all the other levels, like your real home, and it was in the dark for all the other levels. But well, this would be like, it would feel like being rescued, even though it comes from your upper realms. It will be clear to you in the instant the spotlights go on that it was planned like this the whole time. Why do we get that message now? I asked, and I pulled cards. How will it happen? So the answer is, the time is ripe for the. Why do we get this message now? The time is ripe for the melting of Three of Swords, also isolation. That for the melting of the isolation, that feels like the 3D thinking, like we the way we think, the way we automatically 99.9% of the day are thinking. We will recognize the true self, not the mental self. in us and us in the other. There was the card of projection I pulled from the Osho deck, and there's this card. I don't know if I find it now. And it very much felt like this is the isolation and the the isolation, you know, the melting of the isolation. And also, if you can see, it's all ice, you know, isolation, and this will mend. And so the projection, you know, with this card, where you can see actually the face of the other, and then you can see the truer self, it felt like to me. And we focus right now, because of the isolation of the ice heart, of the protection of our hearts that we learned in our upbringing. We don't see, the mirrors are broken, you know, and we don't see our true selves. We cannot see with our hearts yet. If those But if those actually energy centers actually get activated, you know, by the higher selves, then we will be able to see ourselves again, and thus will see um, the others as well, in their, as they truly are, you know, and they can reflect back to us beautiful things because of healing. You know, we will recognize the true self, not the mental self in us and us in the other. Somehow our minds are in absolute confusion. The chariot came up again. The chariot comes up like a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. The chariot card of the tarot. uh, there is just a momentum. You know, we are in the year of the fire horse, and the chariot, you know, is depicted with two horses, a black and a white, like this. Also, this of the feminine and masculine, the in yourself, the in your brain, a force that brings awareness and breaking of the veil, a healing of lower and upper energy centers, an empowerment, a realization of um, inherent goodness and beauty. The divine feminine is what matures in aloneness in everybody. The womb blackness, background, the womb blackness background, a re-emergence of this powerful beauty. What? How will it happen? How will it happen? A healing of lower and upper energy centers, which was like, it feels like being rescued, but the moment it happens, it would be clear to you in the instant the spotlights go on that it was planned like this the whole time, you know, to go through all that isolation and stuff. So it's not like we are being rescued by aliens, but it's actually our higher minds, um, that there's a veil between us and who we actually are, and it's in the overall time and earth happenings and galactic happenings embedded. We are embedded in all these happenings that we don't realize at all. And so, but the moment it happens, when we reach when we connect with our truer self again, we will realize that it was meant to be this way. This is how it will happen. The divine feminine is what matured in aloneness in everybody. Like in you, there was a maturation. The Empress came up in this tarot deck. In the background, was a maturation, and we are not realizing it because we again are not in alignment with it. We cannot see it yet. It is hidden from us, but it is much more a ripening that happens in the background for the collective, is as it seems, than like individually. And I meditate for 20 years. Background, re-emergence of this powerful beauty. It is time to give birth. It felt like, yes, pregnancy, and it's just now it is time. You don't know normally if you're pregnant. It lasts 9 months, but you probably or we used not to know the day exactly, and then it is here and we can feel it. It is time to give life. What a message. Let it be. Maybe that's why we are exhausted, because at the end of a pregnancy you only have one thought. You want it to come out. You are exhausted, everything hurts, you feel like you want your body back. You want the new life to be here, you know. So I will now shuffle for, yes, some cards. Self-observance, Lyra, the future, and belief systems. Okay. So collective, if you listen and if you like my messages, then please, I would very much appreciate if you leave a like or subscribe or comment so the channel can grow. I like to do those messages in my free time. Cracked open. Look at this, the whale. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. The alchemy of life. Wow. Amazonite. The middle road. Okay. The middle road. Let's read those cards. Amazonite. Why does it say middle road? That sounds like not like the arrival of the divine feminine. Amazonite, but sounds nice. Amazonite. This is from the liquid crystals. Amazonite. Your healing journey today. If Amazonite has come to you today, Spirit has a message of direction concerning your chosen path in life. The time is here to empower yourself and see your achievements in life, your progress from that space. Make the choice or decision that you have been putting off. The reason for your delay where this change is concerned is that you are someone close to you that is concerned is that you or someone close to you is unable to see the bigger picture as it is hidden from view. Yes, crack open, the bigger picture is hidden from view. A new original way or path, original you, there was somewhere the original you, gifted and governed by spirit. The new solution is a shade of both the black and the white. It combines all the options that have resulted in the inaction at this point. Sorry, the new solution is a shade of both the black and the white. It combines all the options that have resulted in the inaction to this point. Listen to the self. It only knows truth at the heart. I walk the path I am. So with this, it was hidden. It is just, it is still hidden from you, and the black and the white will combine. You know, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, the left and the right brain. They will combine, and out will come uh, an option and a solution, a like an aha, like an enlightenment maybe, with the belief system, and cracked open. Something will come together. The divine feminine will receive, like the child is from both, you know, something new, cracked open. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home. In your body, at the center from front of your life. It's through the extreme pressure of life's trial that diamonds are cultivated. This exhaustion we feel. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It sounds to me like I'm speaking to a collective that knows that very well. We went through that. You know, we are pregnant like in the ninth month. You know, it feels like um, sometimes these oracle cards, because they are already older, or I don't know, they have sometimes a wisdom that matched those times, and still we can use them to, you know, get hints on what to feel actually, because it felt like isolated. Yes, it felt like isolated, this isolated you that went through that journey. I did read that, write that, you know, we went through the journey like alone, and now there will come this realization that we all played our parts in it's I guess there will be just this realization of like a recognizing of the other in a way that we never could recognize each other before, the ones who actually are at that point in this wave. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to be more fully to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Yes, it's just, it feels like it's true, this cracking open. But if there's something old that is not anymore with the belief system, it's not this notion of I did the journey, I, me, Eva, I did the journey, and now I am enlightened, and now I will teach you how to get there. It's not that anymore. It's not anymore. It's just this, it has a kind of feeling of, I want to be the only one. I don't speak to you. I speak of the notion of this card, of this deck, maybe even. Somehow I want to be this special one, this only one. And this is not at the end of the exhaustion. If you still feel that, you are not at the end of, you're not exhausted enough. If you are exhausted enough, there's humility, and there's just a surrender to, um, when the time is ripe, and a longing for really not any kind of specialness, and look at me and I will teach you now, and let me be your, I don't speak to you. I just want you to get the feeling I just got, like it's not a beautiful picture of, I just have this notion that there is lots still who go like, yes, I leave it there. It's an old belief system. It's also an old belief system, something that some years ago felt like, wow, this is what great beliefs, what beautiful, with all the spiritual stuff that is happening everywhere, and those are very soon going to be very clearly very old belief systems as well. There is a human tendency to cling to belief systems and rationalize them as facts without realizing that they are illusions. All belief systems are illusions. In fact, any construct of the mind is an illusion and not representative of our true nature as aware consciousness beyond the human experience. Wow, well, that's true. This is seen as a unique human trait, one that obscures our growth at every turn. Take a look at your belief systems and your view of the world. See them as constructs of ego rather than universal truth. Only one truth exists, that you are consciousness. Everything else is an illusion. Okay, so yes. So this, the whole message, with like there is going to be a force, and it, yes, it's like an observance. It's like, in the end, of course, this also is not true. In the end, we are like awareness watching it all unfold, you know. But I still think that, this is wanted, that we feel the journey. It's wanted that we feel the journey, and at the same time um, we realize more and more that we are not at all anything of all of it. Yes, that's very true. That's very true, of course. But still, I guess it will just go on with stories, as well. It's not. I don't think that it is actually wanted to um, be totally detached from the story, but maybe a good balance, that we are not suffering so much, would be good. After much struggle as a species, the Lyrans eventually healed themselves by honestly and objectively observing themselves. At first, this can be a difficult task, but in the end, it leads to powerful transformation as long as it is done without judgment. The power of self observation is essential for any person or species who seeks transformation. Begin this process now. Just observe. See your habits and patterns without the need to fix anything. It's an alchemical process. Where was that already? Alchemical process in another reading that produces spiritual evolution on a profound level. The love and wisdom of the Lyran forefathers can guide you. Just ask for their help. So if you are connected to Lyran, we have just these stories, of course, within the awareness, but awareness and remembering that we are the awareness, of course, brings lots of freedom. So yes, storytellers. So thank you very much. This is the message for the collective. And I hope it will come true. I could need like giving birth to actually a new era. So thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.